Hello, good morning and welcome back to Santo Domingo, the capital of the Dominican Republic. And today I am heading outside of the central part of the city and going north to an area called Higuero. And I'm going to be joining a local and we'll be getting on some bikes, seeing some of the cacao going through local neighborhoods which have more of a countryside feel to them. And I think it's going to be a really interesting video. We'll see local fruits and even have some lunch at the end and hopefully get some nice interactions as well. So looking forward to it, but first I have to head on to the metro here at Cassandra Damiron, and then from there we will make our way. So Francis here is buying the tickets for us to go to Higuero. This is an experience on Airbnb. If you're interested in doing the same, then check out the link in the video description. I'll leave it there in case you're interested. So we have now arrived here in Higuero in a small town called Amor de Dios. After reaching one of the metro stations, we got out and went into a car and then drove on the main highway towards the airport, turned off, and then headed down some dirt roads for probably around 20 minutes to 25 minutes. So it's pretty rural, pretty remote. We're in a different district completely to the city of Santo Domingo.
Qué bien. Mira, Francis, que tú de que ve la guagua de
Dios te bendiga.
de que José.
Jose. When he see the car, he's calling Jose. Okay, she's Mariela. She works with us too.
Here is the bike. It is an electric bike. I don't think I'm going to be filming one-handed this time after my experience in Prague. If you remember, I fell off a bike trying to vlog one-handed, so I'm going to be much more careful this time, and mostly I'll be showing shots from when we stop and you know, do different things. What's the name of this park, Victoria?
It's called Stromovka.
And they have a lot of history and things to tell.
Hola,
Okay.
buenos días.
Buenos días. ¿Me votan?
Usted a nosotros.
Cada vez que venimos ya nunca está aquí.
Es que coinciden que yo
We have a lot of time that we can, but she leave all the things ready, but she usually was in the city making some diligence.
Okay, good.
Yeah, but she's Silvia and Feliciano.
Feliciano.
Mucho gusto.
¿Entiendes?
Jason.
Jason.
Ajá, tenemos aquí, no se me olvida, tenemos Jason cerca.
Un nieto.
No, un amor, yo vi un muchacho ahí.
Okay. Okay, they have the farmer right here and they collect all the things that we are going to see today.
En esto tenemos las frutas aquí,
Okay,
fruta variable. El mango, la chinola, el limón, chinola.
Yo,
Sí,
vamos por parte.
Okay.
The mango, you know?
por supuesto. Limón. This is a fruta de estrella. No
Sí.
sé.
But here we call carambola.
Carambola. Okay.
It's a kind of cherry, but it's called cereza.
I have never tried this before.
Bueno, Francis, vamos para decirle será una o dos.
Some exotic type of cherry. Cutting the passion fruit. Wow, that's great. Gracias.
Aquí. Puede echarlo un pedacito
Okay,
aquí.
cheers.
Cheers. Salud.
Aquí tenemos otra cosa.
So here we have the guava.
Hay que prepararla todavía, pero
Sí. So these big shells here is where they collect the fruit from, and it comes from the Higuero, and that's where the town gets its name from. And they can also use them to make the maracas.
This is bija. Bija is a colorant that in the countryside people used to cook. To add color to the meat and beef, or sometimes to the rice. It comes from a tree. You get the cocoa pod. Eh? Just crush the pod. You are going to smash stronger. Okay. Take it like this.
You want me to do it?
Again.
Harder?
Again. Let me see. Okay. Now this side.
Yeah, here.
You take it.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, the cocoa beans.
And here we go. Wow. Hombre fuerte.
You can suck the cocoa beans like a fruit.
It's the first time in my life I've tried cocoa beans fresh from the fruit like this. That's amazing. It's kind of a chocolatey but fruity taste. A fruity chocolatey taste.
Oh, yeah.
Ay, no lo peló. Ah, lo voy a dejar ahí.
And of course not forgetting fresh mangoes. Okay. So you said the name in Spanish of this fruit was?
Algarrobo.
Algarrobo. Okay.
Okay.
And I just take a little bit like this.
Yeah, it's matter.
Okay. So it smells like poo.
Okay.
Mmm. Kind of almost a little bit like a caramel flavor, but hard to put my finger on. Also, it's very almost dusty, crumbly.
People usually mix with milk. No, because it have a big seed.
I see. Okay. Gracias.
The people make juice with that. Now is need to remove the another skin, the small one. And you have the cashew seed.
Gracias. So when the skin is removed, then you get these little coconuts here.
And after they remove the small skin to have the food.
I see.
When they have the food, they grill using this machine.
Mm. Exactly. Wow, that's a huge knife.
Machine, yeah.
Y el dueño ahí rendido. Por la mañana la vas a pelar.
Y así mira, por la parte de arriba de ahí, uno con un cuchillito, la abría y se veía el agua y lo dejaba allí enganchado.
So we've got two different types of ice cream here. This one's made only with the coconut fruit, and this one with milk. All right, homemade ice cream. So, go ahead. Wow, that is that is really good.
Yeah.
Pero ese uno pone bien chocolate. Que se pone eso después que hierve un poco.
It has some texture of the coconut inside, and it is really good. Maybe some of the best ice cream I've ever tasted.
This is the traditional kitchen of the Dominican Republic, and here they cook sometimes when they want to have a special food, because the smoke add a good flavor.
Oh,
No.
¿qué es esto?
Silvia, ¿qué es eso?
Una habichuela.
Boy,
Una
on
habichuelita.
preparing the beans.
Que no me gusta esa olla de fricción, dice la madrata mía.
The cocoa tree is one of the only trees that have the fruit in the trunk, not in the leaf. Because usually the trees don't have the fruit.
Really nice family there showing us all of the fruits in their garden and trying ice cream and cashew nuts and all sorts, a whole array of exotic things that I'm not so familiar with from my own country. Some cows chilling there. So we've come to another house and we're going to try the cocoa after it's been roasted, which is going to be exciting.
The cocoa roasting the chocolate.
Okay.
It's not the artisanic.
Se me olvidó dejar un poquito tostado, pero ya yo molí.
It's so hard. You need to wait a little bit. But if you
So you take off the skin.
yeah, easily, and you have the seed, it's dark chocolate, but it's hot.
Qué bien.
Strong.
There we go. Okay. Did I get all the skin?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's close to chocolate, right?
It's got that burnt taste.
¿Por qué está pelado aquí? Exacto. Se introduce ahí.
They put here.
Luego,
Arranque.
luego se le da aquí para hacer chocolate aquí. Le pone la mano ahí, lo abraza aquí, le das.
You can taste it. Look at how the flavor change completely after like that.
Tastes so much better. Like this.
Ojalá más
Wow.
debes comer.
You want to taste a little bit more?
It's got that melt in your mouth texture once it's been ground.
You can see.
Gracias.
Hold the which you'll need.
Here. Oh yeah. Okay. Like this? Okay, see.
Esa mano. Suave. Ahí no le ven bien la cara.
We're going to try some in drink form at the moment. So all he did is mix the chocolate with boiling water and just mix, and that's all.
Yeah, and cinnamon, nutmeg, and
Azúcar.
sugar, and a little bit of salt.
So here we have hot chocolate in a good old Caballeros de Texas mug. Here we go. Wow, that tastes amazing. So there's a bit of nutmeg, cinnamon, I think I got it on film, what he said was in there, a bit of salt, a bit of sugar, and chocolate in this form, big aphrodisiac. So a man like him who makes chocolate all the time, his wife will be very satisfied.
They grill corn and make
Se saca la harina
dumplings
y se hacen esos bollos con coco.
with coconut.
Oh,
It's strong. With
Sí.
chocolate too. And
yeah.
5 minutos, tópele para que vea cómo está.
5 minutes before we arrived, he made it. And
Wow.
now it's
Está
becoming
blanditico
strong.
todavía. Que dale frío para que se ponga.
After
Yeah.
that, they need to put
El frío
in the
lo pone
refrigerator to the bar become strong.
Another really friendly local, and amazing to try the chocolate like that. My first time doing so, and seeing the process, not in a factory, but in humble surroundings. And the size of that guy's right arm says a lot about how much chocolate he makes every single day. And we're now just making our way back through the village onto our next stop. So the first sugar mill in the Americas was somewhere in the forest over here. Not much of it remains, but here you can see the Higuero River. Gracias. Really good, fresh. It's not warm like sometimes coconut can be. Beautiful. I've had quite a few coconuts before, but this might be the biggest one I've ever had. Francis here is spooning out the flesh from what's left. The hidden stash of coconuts.
Because the weekends, the bikers come in massa,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they have to have a lot. Una cervecita normal, bien fría. Okay, here we are in a Colmado. Colmado is grocery store.
Sí.
The Colmados is the more crazy business in the Dominican Republic because the Colmado have different customers depending the hour of the day. For example, during the morning, we have people to come here to have breakfast, some snack or something to cook, the women. But at 3 p.m., the Colmado have another customer. Can you guess? The kids, when they get out from the school, they come here to buy some snack.
Oh, okay.
But at 5 p.m. we have another customer. People after work to drink.
Salud. If you want to get to Santo Domingo, then this is the way, by bus.
Yeah.
If you don't have your own car or motorbike or whatever it is. So here I'm riding on the bike as I have been all day, but it's been a wise decision not to try and film on it, seeing as what happened last time. But you can get an idea of what it's like between all the places we've been going to. We've been riding on the bike like this through the villages, which is one of the best parts of this experience, and one I haven't really shown that much of, but you get the idea. You'll have a little bit to find out for yourself, which I haven't shown in this video. So now to finish up, we are going to a Comedor, which is a small restaurant in the local village. Okay, see here it says Comedor.
Okay, to be local, the first thing that you need to do is see what kind of food they have.
Arroz.
Fíjense cómo está.
Hola, corazón.
Todo bien. This is white rice. This one is eso es locrio, ¿verdad?
Locro de cerdo. Arroz
This is
blanco.
pork. Locrio is rice and pork. Rice and meat. The meat can change, but now it's pork. salty fish with potatoes and seeds, fried plantains, beef, fried chicken, stewed chicken, more beef, spaghetti, and chicken. And then it's albondigas, it's a bowl of meat.
Lady, préstame ese arroz que tiene mucho del termo, por favor.
It's fairly busy at the moment because it's lunchtime. Alright, so we're now sat down and we have the food. We've got normal white rice and locrio, which is some rice with pork. Here is the chicken I've gone for, and these are beans here, aren't they? Frijoles, and a little bit of salad. The chicken has so much flavor with all these sauces and spices, and the beans go really nicely with the rice. And this fried rice has a lot of flavor. It's really, really good. So just finished up the food there, and I'm going to end this video here. Really enjoyed this experience. Once again, the link is in the video description if you're interested in replicating it. The same guys, they also organize Santo Domingo tours in the zona colonial and to some other parts of the country, I think. So take a look at their page if you're interested. And yeah, I'll see you on the next video here in La República Dominicana. I am heading north to Las Terrenas tomorrow, which is a beautiful area, and it's located on the north coast with beaches and hopefully a nice Caribbean vibe, and we'll get to see a part of the country that's a little bit different to Punta Cana. So yeah, join me then, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.